Thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name's Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. Hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Basketball slate for Friday, November 8th. We've got a big NBA slate. We've got a couple of college games we're really focused in on as well. Only had the one college game yesterday, winner chicken dinner. NFL, clean sweep for us yesterday, as well as college football, 16-0 day yesterday for us. I know I never say we go 100%, but I guess we did have one day where we're headed that way. Anyway, let's hope that day continues here for Friday, November 8th. Let's get started. We've got three games in the 7:10 Eastern window. Pacers-Hornets game one here. Hornets barely get past the Pistons at home on a last-second tip in there by Brandon Miller. Pacers played pretty well last couple of games here. Ever since that Celtics win, they've looked pretty strong here. But they are on the road here. Hornets down, if you know, Melo's kind of, how do I put this, been extremely streaky. Might be the best way to put it. Brandon Miller's been okay. He hasn't been as good as he was last year without Melo. This game here, just going to be some player props for us in this one. But we do like these player props quite a bit. So, Halliburton under 19.5 points. Melo over 6.5 assists. And Melo over 3.5 turnovers. Next game up, Hawks at the Pistons. So, the Hawks beat the Knicks. Congratulations. I guess the Hawks still can own the Knicks. Sometimes I don't know what the Knicks were doing. Now, I understand the Knicks are going to be struggling offensively, trying to put everything together. The bigger question for me for the Knicks is going to be the defense. But the Hawks don't play any, so you don't have to worry about that. Pistons haven't really been a big fan of it either, but they are at home. They're laying one. We're actually going to play Pistons here, but we're playing them on the money line. First quarter, first half, and game on the Pistons money line all the way around. Cade Cunningham, who struggled to score here as of late, over 23.5 points. Now, the last game out, he had 12 points in the first quarter, but only put up 20. So just need a little bit more consistency out of Cade, especially in the second half. Rasheer, the young rookie for the Hawks, actually quite a few plays on him in this one. Over 13.5 points, 2+ threes, and over 20.5 par. That's points, assists, rebounds combined. And last game at that 7:10 window, Pelicans and the Magic. Zion's game time decision, we think he's going to play. Magic still without Banchero. It's been an absolute shit show for them when he's been gone. But they are back at home. Maybe they show a little bit more fight there at home. Zion's had to be basically everything for the Pelicans. It's a shame the injuries they have so far. Just a couple player props for us, and they're both Zion related. Over 25.5 points and over 6.5 rebounds for Zion. Next game up, we get to the 7:40 window. As we go to Dallas, there's multiple games of this 7:40 window. It looks like there's 4. We'll start off with the Suns and the Mavs. Mavs getting 3 at home. Game 1 of this battle went to the Suns at home. The Suns once again pull out a game out of their rear end late in the fourth quarter. They either get up to a monster lead and give it all away, or they get way behind and figure out some way. I'll give them credit. So far, so good. Is it just me, or does anybody feel like there's a major injury coming for the Suns here before too long? I don't know what it is, but they have not played 3 quarters, let alone 4 yet. I don't know if that's going to work for them on the road here against the Mavs, but just player props for us in this one. KD's been hot, so we'll continue to go to that hand. KD, 25+ points. We're going to play Luka for 3+ threes. A little juicy, but 3 he's been hitting. 4's been the question. KD 3+ threes and Booker 3+ threes in that game there. Next game up, 7:40 Eastern time again. Warriors come off a huge road win at Boston. Steph Curry played well down the stretch. Cavs, though, only undefeated team left. 4.5 point favorite, 231.5 total here. We like the Cavs. They are well-rounded. They can get points inside, outside. They play defense. Warriors had to have a heck of a shooting in the second half in order to get that game over with. I don't think they have that against the Cavs in this one. So, Cavs first quarter, Cavs first half, Cavs -4.5 for the game. Evan Mobley should have his way inside, as well as Jarrett Allen, as they definitely have a big height advantage when it comes to the interior. 15+ points for Mobley. Darius Garland, who's been playing well, 3 plus threes, and 8 plus assists for Garland. And Steph Curry, over 3.5 turnovers, pretty good plus money for him there as well, as the Cavs, like I said, do have a heck of a defense. Next game up, 7:40 Eastern time. Celtics Nets. Celtics 13.5 point favorite on the Nets. I can't believe it's only 13.5. You're talking about the Nets, one of the worst teams in basketball. They're going to be fighting for a 1 seed. Maybe Cooper Flagg is their next dude. Celtics at home, coming off that disappointing loss against the Warriors. I'm sure they're going to want to punch somebody in the mouth. And why the hell not the Nets? Celtics minus 13.5, or first quarter. Celtics first half minus 13.5 for the game. Drew Holiday had one of his worst shooting nights the other night, so we're going to get a little progression here. So we're going with Holiday 15 plus points, 3 plus threes, and Holiday over 24.5 par. Reminder, there is no Jaylen Brown already announced in this game as well. Next game up. That is the hapless, Bucks against the Knicks. I'll be really honest with you. In Madison Square Garden, Knicks should win this game. But after that display we just saw against Atlanta, the Bucks don't play defense. The Knicks haven't figured out too. Of course, when you traded away a two-way player in Julius Randle, and I wasn't a big fan of Julius's offense and still not, but he can play defense. And you go get Karl-Anthony Towns, who's 3 inches taller and can't figure out how to rebound and doesn't know how to play a whiff of defense. The Knicks are going to have to score their way to win. So if you like the Knicks here, I'd probably play the over at 226.5. They are not going to win too many games defensively this season. They're going to have to be a top 5 offense and prove it on a nightly basis on that one there. Just a couple of props for us in this one, and they're Giannis related. Giannis over 11.5 rebounds and over 3.5 turnovers. A little bit of inconsistency on the offensive side. Karl-Anthony Towns, the 2 games he should have scored bigger points. He scored squadouche. And the guards right now, you don't know who's going to hit a shot between Brunson and Bridges or if anybody is. Next game up. Wizards at the Grizzlies. So we got, 8:10 Eastern time here. Grizzlies at home, favored by 5. Wizards, no player props out for us in this one as of yet as we're recording this episode. We might add back some. We look at Jordan Poole again when that becomes available, but nothing going on for us in this game until player props are available. Another game, 8:10 Eastern time, Rockets Thunder. Thunder coming back home, take their first loss on the chin as the Nuggets had a hell of a second half. 8.5 point favorite here. Rockets have been extremely inconsistent shooting the ball, but they've gotten some wins. They've lost a early game. They lost the opener to the Hornets, which was an absolute disaster in that one. The games Jalen Green's kind of went off. They've done well. Now they did get a win against San Antonio, but San Antonio is looking worse than they did last season. I do not understand it. What they're doing with Wembanyama. Get the ball to the 10-footer, will you? Jesus, Jesus. Thunder, though, are one of the best teams in the league. Probably the best team in the Western Conference. SGA, Jalen Williams, his 3rd season, it looks like he is moving from a great piece to an all-star. Chet's improved a little bit. His shooting sometimes can be a little bit shaky, but defensively, Chet's going to give you a good effort every night. His reboundings went up. SGA's not had to score as much this year either, but we do like the Thunder quite a bit in this game here. Being back at home, Thunder first quarter, Thunder first half, Thunder minus 8.5 for the game. Jalen Williams, 20-plus points. SGA over 26.5 points. I mean, that's how much he's not scoring. His numbers come off that 30. Chet, 3-plus blocks. Jalen Williams, 2-plus threes in that one as well. Then the next game, we've got Heat, Nuggets. This is a Nuggets team that beat the Thunder, but I saw them in the last week and a half have to come back from 20-plus against some of the worst teams in the league. They're a 4-point favorite at home, just coming off that win against the Thunder. They've had to make serious runs. Jamal Murray is supposed to be back in this one. It just does not seem to be clicking overall, except for the fact Jokic is still one of the best players in the game. Nuggets are favored by 4, 218.5 total here. Just a couple player props for us in this one. Jokic over 27.5 points, and Jokic over 4.5 turnovers. Next game up, Trailblazers, Timberwolves. Nothing available on the player prop market yet, but we will be looking at Anthony Edwards threes and Naz Reid threes. Unfortunately, not available yet. Do make sure you check out our Google Sheets. that you can find on TikTok and YouTube channel pages for all updated bets, as those will probably have to be updated tomorrow as we're putting this out the night before. And 2 games after that, we've got at 10:10 Eastern Time, Clippers-Kings in Sacramento. The Clippers seem to play everybody a couple times to start off the season, the way it's been. Still James Harden and not much else going on over there. Harden's been putting up a decent show. I mean, the Clippers are hanging around. It's still a 30-35 win team, in my opinion. I don't think they're really going to do much damage all season long. But Kings, they're still trying to figure out how everything's going to work with De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis, and obviously DeMar DeRozan coming over. So we'll kind of see how that plays. Just a couple player props for us in this one as well. Harden 10+ assists. Harden over 3.5 turnovers, and that is our biggest bet of the day as well. And one more game in the NBA. 76ers Lakers. Bad news for 76ers. Now Maxi's out for multiple weeks. Embiid's still going to be out. Paul George is back, but now it's Paul George and nobody else. The Lakers just coming off that god-awful road trip. We're not going to play them. We're waiting for player props. As soon as they become available, well, like I said, have them on our Google Sheets, but nothing available as of yet. Now, college basketball, like I said, we do have a couple games we're interested in, and one is a big-time matchup, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Let's be honest here. Kansas played really well game 1. North Carolina struggled a little bit. It's kind of being expected. They're a little bit fresher team. I mean, they do have Raj Davis. Kansas has got 3-4 dudes back, plus a couple very high-quality transfers. Hunter Dickinson, you got DeJuan Harris, who's never going to leave. KJ Adams, who can jump out of the building. Kansas at home, favored by 7.5. Not much worry for us in this one. At Kansas -3.5 first half and -7.5 for the game. The next team we're on is actually one of the highest rated teams in the country too. Number 2 in some polls. Alabama, Arkansas State. They're at home. 8 o'clock Eastern on Friday night. Alabama right around a 22.5 point favorite. They should win this game by 30+. Give us Bama -12 first half and -22.5 for the game. All right, so we just went through a bunch of bets. How do we get to take a look at all of those? No problem at all. We've got them posted in multiple spots online. TikTok, YouTube channel pages as well at the end of every episode on YouTube. There's a link to our Google Sheets, which we mentioned a couple times. So that's where we'll have the updated bets for basketball as well. As like I said, we're waiting on some games to open up some player props. So the link is docs.google.com/spreadsheet, bunch of other stuff behind it. Click on that link, go to basketball 24-25 tab. You'll be able to, and scroll down to November 8th. You'll be able to see all the bets, what juice we got those at, how many units we wagered, what book we placed them at, and then obviously the result once after things finished. Do you like the content that you're seeing here and want to see some more? We'd love to have you along for the ride. All you need to do is hit follow or subscribe depending on the social media platform you're on, and we'll show up in your follower or subscriptions tab, or make life a little simpler for yourself. Just turn on the notifications for that social media platform, and you'll get a notification sent to your phone or device to let you know we've dropped a new episode of bets. Also, a private Discord channel available for all of you out there. Is a few bucks per month, a lot cheaper than Netflix. Plus, we're going to help you make money at sports wagering. Like I said, we had a monster last night. All the Discord members loving it, sending me a bunch of different tickets on what they hit. Big night for that. So it's a few dollars per month. All you have to do is subscribe to us through TikTok, and then I will send you the Discord link, and then you'll be able to check all of that out. There's going to be tickets posted. All of our bets will be posted there before they go public. Everything you could possibly want. Also, if you need some help kind of setting up exactly dollar amounts you should be betting with what size of bankroll, we're going to help you with that as well. And we don't have to make that public. We can actually talk privately through Discord as well. So make sure you check out that Discord channel when you get some time. And finally, we do have promo bonus bets from our partners to you. And congratulations to Missouri, by the way, for passing the sports betting law. So you guys should have that by what they said by summertime. So hopefully everything gets going there as quickly as possible for all Missouri residents. But we do have offers in all kinds of different, and 49 out of 50 states between online casinos, sports books, all that kind of stuff. All you have to do is look at our TikTok and YouTube channel pages. The link is bit.ly/sportsbets for free -bh. Click on that link. It'll automatically default to the state that you're in when you pick it up. And once that happens, you'll see those and take advantage of their money rather than just using yours. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.